Welcome to the Vehicle and Trailer Pre-Departure Inspection Training. This program will guide you through a detailed, step-by-step inspection process, following the standard safety checklist. As you move through the training, you'll receive clear instructions for each step, and you can use your wristwatch to track your progress and interact with the system. Take a look at your left wrist, and you'll notice a virtual watch. This will be your main tool for moving through the training. To open its features, just raise your hand and focus on the watch for a few seconds until the menu appears. Go ahead and give it a try now. On your wristwatch menu, you'll see the current task along with 3 buttons. The button on the left is the repeat button. If you'd like to hear the last instruction again, press it and the system will replay the voiceover. Go ahead and test it now. Great. Now look at the button on the right. That's the highlight button. If you're having trouble finding the parts you need to inspect, press it and the system will briefly mark them. Try it now to see how it works. Excellent. When you look directly at the correct element, a circular icon will appear. Keep your gaze on it and the circle will fill up, confirming you found the right spot. After that, you can take as much time as you need to inspect it closely. Give it a try now. In the center of the watch screen, you'll find the Proceed button. After you've located and inspected an element, press it to move on. You'll then be asked to rate the condition of the item you just checked. Let's practice. Press the Proceed button now. You're doing great. A prompt will now ask you to rate the condition of the element you just inspected. Well done. Now let's move on to the actual inspection steps. In the real world, always make sure you have the required PPE: gloves, a high visibility vest, and safety boots. For this training, we'll assume you're already equipped. Remember, you can check your wristwatch anytime to review the task instructions. Let's start with the first check. Listen closely to the description of the guard and what you need to look for during the inspection. All right, let's get started. Walk to the front of the truck to begin the inspection. Use your joystick to start with the windshield. Check for cracks, chips, or anything that could block the driver's view. Make sure it's clean and clear. Now inspect all the external mirrors on both sides, including the blind spot mirrors. Look for cracks, damage, or loose brackets. They should be clean and properly aligned. Check the wiper blades. See if they're worn or torn. We'll test their movement later from inside, but for now make sure they're intact and not damaged. Great! Use the key fob to switch on the truck's lights. Walk around and check that all headlights, indicators, and reflectors, front, rear, and sides, are working properly. Make sure there are no cracks or damage, and that each light is firmly in place. Check the front and rear license plates. They should be securely attached, clean, and clearly readable. Now look underneath the truck. Watch for any signs of leaking fuel, oil, or coolant, especially beneath the engine and tanks. Check all the tires, front and rear. Look for damage, enough tread depth, and any signs of low pressure. Watch out for bulges or deep cuts. Also inspect the wheel nuts. Make sure they're tight and secure. The nut markers should be pointing toward each other. Go to the back of the unit and find the trailer coupling area. First, check the safety label posted nearby. It lists the black procedure for uncoupling. Make sure it's there, firmly attached, and easy to read. Next, test the trailer coupling release handle. Pull it all the way out, then push it back into the locked position. This is only a function check. We're not disconnecting anything. Now locate the vehicle calibration label. Start by opening the driver's door to access it. Great. Now check near the door latch. You'll see a white calibration label showing the vehicle specs, VIN, tire size, and calibration constants. Make sure it's clean, easy to read, and not missing or damaged. Next, locate the DVSA label. Its position can vary, but in this case it's fixed to the inside of the passenger's side external locker stowage door. Open the passenger's door and use the latch to access the locker. Now open the external locker stowage. On the inside of the door, you'll find the official weight and axle configuration label. It shows axle limits, gross weight, and the VIN. Make sure the label is present, readable, and securely attached. Check both the diesel and AdBlue-R tank caps. On the passenger side, just behind the cab steps, you'll find the blue AdBlue-R cap. Then move to the driver's side to inspect the black diesel cap. Open and close both caps, check the seals, and make sure they're securely shut. Show no signs of tampering, and there are no leaks or residue. Now check under the hood. Walk to the front of the truck and lift the hood fully. Once it's open, I'll guide you through the checks inside. With the hood open, do a visual check for any loose wires, leaks, loose pipes, or damaged parts. Find the green coolant reservoir. Make sure the cap is tight and the fluid level is visible. Next, check the black engine oil filler cap. It should be secure with no leaks. Finally, locate the washer fluid cap marked with a windshield symbol. Confirm it's in place and undamaged. All caps must be sealed, secure, and clean. Now we'll inspect the trailer connection lines at the back of the cab. First, find the fold-out stepladder near the fuel tank. Fold it down and use it to climb up onto the catwalk behind the cab. Whenever you need to access the catwalk, you can always use this ladder. Once you're up there, I'll guide you through the inspection. Check the trailer coupling lines. They should be free of cracks, fraying, or kinks. Inspect the electrical lines and plugs. Make sure they're clean, undamaged, and capped if they're not in use. All lines must be either properly connected or stored, with nothing hanging loose. That's the end of the exterior inspection. Well done. Climb back down from the catwalk and head to the cab. Before stepping into the cab, find a real chair nearby and sit down. Get comfortable, just as if you were in the driver's seat. When you're ready, raise your wristwatch, tap Proceed, and confirm that you're seated properly. Great. Let's move you inside the cab and begin the interior checks. In real life, always use 3 points of contact when getting in or out of the cab. While we can't simulate that in VR, remember, it's an essential safety practice. Welcome inside the cab. Turn the ignition on to power up the systems. We have a few important checks to go through from here. Insert your driver's card into the tachograph. This records your hours and driving time and is a legal requirement for all HGV operations. Check that a tachograph roll is loaded inside the tachograph. Look above the passenger's window and locate the red vehicle height display. It shows 4 meters 0 centimeters, while the trailer will be coupling is 3N 50 centimeters. That's intentional. Drivers set the display about 3 inches higher than the actual height as a safety buffer to help avoid bridge strikes. Once you've checked it, raise your wristwatch and press Proceed. Look at the digital mirrors on both sides of the cab. These screens replace standard mirrors and display live views from external cameras. Make sure the images are clear, working properly, and not frozen or flickering. Check the seat belts on both seats. Pull them out, then let them retract fully. Make sure the buckles latch securely and the webbing isn't twisted or frayed. Great. Now check the oil level. Use the steering wheel controls to scroll through the system menu. Verify that the oil level is displayed within the acceptable range. Test the windshield wipers and washer system. Turn on the wipers and activate the spray. Make sure both operate smoothly and cleanly. Press the horn briefly to test it. Make sure it works and is loud enough to alert other road users. Then use your wristwatch to submit your feedback. Check all the air vents on the dashboard and around the cab. Make sure they're clear of blockages or damage and can be adjusted easily. Take a moment to look around the cab interior. It should be clean, free of clutter, and ready for duty. Remember, a tidy cab is a safe cab. Finally, take the wired pneumatic control remote from its holder. Press the lift button and watch the cab rise slightly. This confirms the suspension system is working. That completes the cab inspection. Great job. Now let's move on to the trailer. Grab the door handle when you're ready. You're now outside the cab. In real life, always use 3 points of contact when getting in or out. It's a critical safety rule, even though we can't simulate it here in VR. Go ahead and stand up in your real-world space before we continue. When you're ready, raise your wristwatch and press. Start by walking around the trailer to check its overall condition. Look for any damage to the bodywork. Make sure the license plate is in place, and confirm all lights are intact. Now check the front of the trailer for the height marking and the MOT sticker. The height label shows the total clearance when coupled, and the MOT sticker confirms the current test status. Both must be clear, readable, and up to date. On the trailer's near side, check the manufacturer and compliance plates. They list key details such as maximum weight, brake test results, and type approval. Make sure the plates are securely attached and easy to read. Move to the back of the trailer. Check that the rear roll-up door latch locks securely. Open the door slightly, then close it again to confirm it operates smoothly. Walk along the trailer and inspect all the wheels and tires. Look for damage, wear, or signs of low pressure. Check that the wheel nut indicators are in place and aligned. They're usually bright yellow and should be pointing toward each other. Now check the landing leg crank handle. It should turn smoothly and be stowed securely when not in use. Unlock it, rotate it a few turns, then return it to the stowed position. Connect the trailer lines. Start with the yellow and red air lines. Twist and push to lock them into place. Next, connect the electrical cable, which powers the trailer's lights and indicators. Make sure all connections are secure and the lines aren't tangled. Use the key fob to test the trailer lights. Press the button and walk to the back of the trailer. Check that all rear lights, indicators, brake lights, and tail lights are working properly and firmly mounted. That completes your pre-use truck and trailer inspection. You've checked everything from bodywork and fluid levels to safety systems and trailer connections, each one essential before going on the road. A thorough inspection helps keep you, your vehicle, and everyone around you safe. Great job!